The 2020 Ford Expedition Limited. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find the most in-depth video walkarounds on our different Ford and Lincoln vehicles, specific to the model and trim. Just like with this Limited, we're going to cover all the standard equipment as well as optional equipment available. We call them our complete guides. If you're interested in those types of videos, hit the red subscribe button so you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll also get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to cover all the standard equipment first. We'll cover all the different equipment groups that are available, the optional packages, as well as a standalone options. Very thorough video, so look for the timestamps down below. You can see the different, as we move around to the different parts of the different equipment groups and packages, so you can always go back and bounce back and forth if you want a little more information on those. Also, there's going to be prices down there too, so check out the description down there. Also down there, you're going to find information about our free shipping. So there's a timestamp for the free shipping. So if at any time in this video you'd like to work with us as a dealership, we do free shipping. There's more information about how that works at the end of the video. So check that out at your leisure. But let's go ahead and get started and cover the standard equipment first on the 2020 Ford Expedition Limited. I'd like to start off these videos talking about some safety features. If you watch the XLT video that we've already have on YouTube, as well as the King Ranch edition, all the same safety features for the Limited edition as well. But let's go ahead and, if you haven't watched those videos, let's go ahead and go through those real quickly in this section. Talking about airbags first, you will have a dual stage front airbag that deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle, and that's for the driver as well as the front passenger. So it knows the distance you are from the vehicle, and it deploys the correct size airbag so that it doesn't deploy too big of an airbag and injure you, but it wants to protect you, so it's going to deploy a different airbag. Also, you have a side impact airbag for the driver and front passenger. It'll deploy an airbag from the side of that seat if there's any kind of side collision, side impact there. So that way it'll deploy those and protect those occupants in the driver and front seat. Also, safety canopy airbag. That'll deploy down on the side. I'm actually going to give you a clip from a Ford Explorer just as an example of what that might look like. It also does have a rollover sensor, so if for some reason the vehicle does roll over, it's going to deploy those side curtain airbags and protect the occupants in all rows of the vehicle from any kind of rollover situation. Also, it does have advanced track with roll stability control, so help you keep you on your intended path. So if you're going on that road a little bit fast, slick driving day out, whatever it might be, it's going to use that advanced track to help you keep you on your intended path. So real good safety features right there. Also, you do have a couple of features here for those in the back seat. You do have the latch system, lower anchors and tethers for children. So that way you can securely fasten those kids back in those back of the back seats and those different booster seats, those car seats that they might be in for those toddlers and those infants. Secure them back there really good against the back seat. You can keep them in there permanently that way too, and you don't use the shoulder harnesses, so it'll be really secure. Also tethers to the back of the seat back there with that little, you can see that bar where that can tether to the back. Also, you do have child safety locks on these rear doors, so that way you can lock those out so kids don't open them while you're just, even if you're stopped and the vehicle's turned off and they're in the vehicle, they can't open the doors on you, or especially when you're driving down the road. So child safety locks, a great safety feature too that a lot of people will overlook when they're talking about this. Also, you do have your SOS post-crash alert system as well as 911 assist. So what that's going to do is SOS post-crash alert system is going to honk the horns or flash the lights. If you're in an accident, you're off the side of the road so people can come to your help. Also, you have 911 assist. So if you're in an accident, severe, airbags deploy, it calls into 911 and they'll answer and be able to speak to you as long as you have your phone connected through the Bluetooth. So real nice, and how that all works together right there. Also, this does have secure secure anti-theft system. So what that really does is when the vehicle is locked, it doesn't allow people to be able to get into the vehicle. So as long as you lock the vehicle up, it's going to know if you enter into the inside of the vehicle there, especially if the windows are rolled down, it's going to even know that too. So real nice that that's included. You also do have ePass, electronic power assist steering. It's going to help you out when you're going a little bit slower speeds. It's going to make it a little bit easier to turn that steering wheel into those parking spaces and such. Also, when you're on the highway going a little bit faster, it's going to stiffen it up so that wind doesn't push you from side to side. So I love how ePass works. That's going to be standard equipment on all your Expeditions. And the last one I'll talk about is the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. And I love this system because it does alert you and let you know if there's someone going slower than you and you're not hitting your brake. It's going to alert you with a series of tones and a message on the dash that you need to stop. And if you don't, it's going to initiate the active braking system. So that way it'll brake the vehicle if you're not hitting your brake. It may not avoid the accident completely, depends on how fast you're going, but at least will lessen the severity of that accident, hopefully protecting everyone in the vehicle as well as the person you're about ready to rear end. So great system and how all those work. There's some other great safety features and more convenience features that go along with the Co-Pilot 360, along with the pre-collision assist we'll talk about as we move around the vehicle. Now as I move to the front, I do want to talk about the configuration. You can get this in either a regular length or what they call the max length. The max length extends the cargo area quite a bit. In fact, with that length, we're going to look more into the back seat. You're going to be able to put a sheet of plywood in there, clear as long as you have the second and third row seats and down, you'll be able to put a whole sheet of plywood. Trust me, I've tested it. I have an Expedition myself that's a max length, and I was able to do it, put in sheets of plywood back there. That's really nice. Even some trucks don't even have that big of a cargo area that you can store that in. So Expedition max length, if you're wanting all the cargo, that's the length you want to go with. Two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive is available. The four-wheel drives will come with a one-speed transfer case, so your 4x4 system there, it's intelligent 4x4, so you will have a 2 high and a 4 auto like you're seeing with this one here. You also see that dial right there. That's a train management system. Train management system is going to be standard equipment on all, even two-wheel drive as well as four-wheel drives. So what makes it a little bit easier being able to switch the terrain that you're driving on, whether it be wet, snow, whatever it might be. You just turn that dial to your terrain there, and it's going to go ahead and shift the four-wheel drive system for you from 2 high or 4 auto in this case through that system there. And then even if you don't have the four-wheel drive system, it's going to help you out with the traction. What it's going to do with that train management system, it's going to control their traction control as well as how the vehicle shifts for the different terrain that you're on. So it really helps out. Use the train management system. It's makes it real nice and easy for you. Now also this is going to come with a 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine, delivers 375 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque. So a really good amount of power and a lot of towing too. We'll get more into towing when we move to the back and talk about the different tow packages, as well as there's a heavy-duty trailer tow package if you want that maximum amount of towing capabilities. Is best in class in towing, so it's going to be very capable engine for you. Also, that engine will come with the auto start-stop technology, which means when you come up to the stoplight, stop sign, it's going to shut the vehicle off when you press the brake. When you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. Now, if that's something you don't like, when you pull up to that stop and you hear that do that, you can press that A with the little circle around it, like you're seeing in this image right here. And that way, what it'll do is it'll deactivate that auto start-stop technology for that trip. So real nice and easy to be able to do that. Also going to come with 10-speed automatic transmission with select shift. Select shift means you can shift it up and down like a manual transmission. So if you want to shift it in that manual mode there, just press that middle button. And then see that plus and minus right below that, that's where you'd shift it up and down like a manual transmission. That comes in real handy if you're coming down from hills or going up hills or something like that. You're going to be able to shift it that way. Or if you just want a more spirited ride, you can use the select shift transmission. Speaking of that, in hills, there is a hill start assist that's going to be standard equipment on two-wheel drive and four-wheel drives, and there's also hill descent control for all your 4x4s that's going to come with those too, to help you come down from those hills. Especially, like I said, if you're in the mountains and you're coming down from those big mountain passes, you can use the hill descent control with your select shift. Makes it a little bit easier. You're not going to use your brake so much and heat those brakes up when you're coming down from the mountains. So there's some great technologies to go along into all this. Let's talk about a different look on the front of the vehicle. Oh, also underneath, it will have front and rear independent suspension. So it's going to give you a great ride. There's still a lot of vehicles don't have independent rear suspension. We'll tell you how not only you can have a great ride in the back, but you're going to give them more cargo room when we get to the back of the vehicle back there. Now up here on the front, let's take a look at the grille first. You do have a nice 5-bar chrome grille with the silver secondary bars in between there. So a nice distinct look for the Limited up here. You will have automatic halogen headlights up here. Automatic means they'll come on automatically when you have an auto setting. So that way when it gets dark, they're going to come on automatically and turn off when it gets light out again. Also does have auto high beams as part of the Co-Pilot 360. So auto high beams work just like that. If it's dark outside, if you're on the highway, whatever it might be, there's no cars approaching, it'll turn those high beams on. If someone approaches you or you're in the city lights, it's going to turn them off. That is a feature you can activate and deactivate in your lighting settings screen, your settings there under the lighting section. So you can just go in there, uncheck that if you don't like the auto high beams, but it is going to come standard equipment with this vehicle here too. You're also going to get the fog lights down here too. So real nice fog lights that come with it, with the chrome bezels around there for the limited edition. So you're going to have the nice fog lights down there too. Going to have your body colored bumpers throughout here. You will have a magnetic painted on this section right here that goes across where your front license plate would be. If you get that. Front tow hooks, 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive will get the front tow hooks, not dedicated to just the 4x4s. And talking about the license plate bracket, if you're in a state that requires a front license plate, it will be standard equipment. States that do not require a front license plate like Kansas, it will be optional equipment. We'll talk more about options here in just a little bit. So I think I've covered everything along with the headlights in the front up here. Acoustic laminated glass up here on the front windshield that just makes it a little bit quieter. So 2 pieces of glass with a plastic sheet in between to help deaden some of that noise. Makes it a little bit quieter for everyone inside. Also, you're going to get windshield wiper de-icers as standard equipment. What's great about that is, you know, when it gets really inclement weather, it's cold outside, those windshields will defrost or thaw or freeze up, I should say. Your defroster will defrost that glass off the windshield. The windshield wipers tend to get wet, and then they tend to freeze up on you when you're especially going highway speeds. Windshield wiper de-icers will help keep those to where they're actually functional and be able to use in those types of situations. Also, you do have rain sensing wipers as standard equipment on Unlimited 2. Rain sensing wipers, if you have it in one of those auto settings and you have the rain sensing wipers activated in your wiper section of your setting screen, then it will go ahead and turn those wipers on when it starts to rain. You don't have to touch it, you don't have to adjust it. It'll adjust the speed based on how hard it's raining outside. It does have a sensor up there on the top of that indicates that, and it turns those on. I love rain sensing wipers. It's great, so you don't have to keep adjusting that intermittent when it starts raining faster and it lets up, and those types of situations. You can just kind of set it and forget it, and it's going to take care of it for you. So love all these features here on the front. Also, lane keeping system is standard equipment on your Limited. What lane keeping system is it has 3 features to go along with that. You do have your driver alert system, which means that if it'll let you know if you take your hands off the steering wheel, you're not paying attention. It'll let you and alert you with that, and maybe even pop up and say you needed to pull off and get some coffee. Also, you do have your lane keeping aid system and alert system. And what that means is if you're leaving your lane, if you have the alert system on, what it's going to do is it's going to vibrate the steering wheel if you leave your lane. So you still will let you leave your lane, but it'll let you know when you've left your lane. The lane aid system, lane keeping aid system, will actually keep you in your lane. So that's the goal on that. It's trying to keep you in there. So it'll let you, it gets over to that line, it's going to kind of bump and try to keep you within your lane. So it does need to see those lines. So some of those roads and highways where it's faded may struggle with that. So this isn't a fail-safe system, but it's something that can help you and assist you in your driving, especially when you're not, those kids are screaming in the back or something like that. That lane keeping system can come in real handy. Now, as we move around to the side, a couple things on the front I did forget. There's so much equipment, that's standard equipment on the Limited trim that I forgot a couple things on the front. One of them is your front sensing system. So front sensing system, as you're pulling into those parking lots, driveways, garages, it alerts you if you get closer and closer to different items or buildings or anything like that. Also, you do have the active grille shutters. Active grille shutters will open and close, depends on your speed. So the faster you're going, it's going to close those up, give you a little more better aerodynamics, especially on the highway, giving you better highway fuel economy. And then it opens it up when you're going slower. That allows for more air in, helping that engine stay cool and having this perform really well. So a couple of the active grille shutters are a great feature to have up there. Now on the wheel over here, this is a standard wheel, 20-inch premium dark tarnished wheels. So real good looking wheel, 20 inches is a good size on this type of vehicle too. That's a standard wheel. We'll talk about some different packages and different trim and equipment groups that get different wheels, depends on those too. So you'll see if you're looking at different wheels out there, there are some optional wheels. This is the standard wheel. We'll get into some of those different wheels on those different packages. The mirrors. You do have a body colored mirror cap, turn signal indicator right below that. It's a LED turn signal, so that way people know you're wanting to turn. Also do have LED security approach lamp. So it's going to put that light down beside the vehicle, light it up so that way you can see as you're approaching the vehicle, especially they call them puddle lamps, but security approach lamps is what I like to call them. It does help you out as you're approaching the vehicle, making sure there's nothing underneath the vehicle or anything like that. Also, you'll notice the mirror is folded in. It does have not only power fold feature, but auto fold feature. So when you lock the vehicle, it's going to fold those mirrors in. When you unlock the vehicle, it's going to power them back out automatically. So if ever any time that you do that and maybe they don't power out, that means that it's off somewhere. So what I tend to do, I actually have a video that talks about some of these different features on the Expedition, is I go ahead and fold them all the way in. I push them all the way in and hit that button, and it'll bring them in and then pop into place, and then you should be good to go for them to work after that. So sometimes people will touch them, they're going through, and they might touch the mirrors and move it off from either being all the way closed in or all the way out. So that's how you would go ahead and adjust those. Also does have your power heated feature on the mirror, so that way it'll defrost that and allow you to adjust the mirror whenever you need to. You do also have the auto dimming rear view mirror for the driver's side. So what that's going to do is it's going to dim that mirror if cars want to come up behind you and pass you with those bright lights. So a great feature to have along with that. Also, you get the blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. And the way that works is if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Especially with this bigger, the Max Link, it comes in real handy. Also, you do have the cross traffic alert. So as you're backing up, someone's going to cross your path behind you. It alerts you and lets you know, puts a little light in that mirror from the side they're coming from, puts a message on the dash and a series of tones that it's not safe to back up, which is the most important thing. So that way you know, and it protects you, especially backing out of those parking lots, driveways, that kind of thing. Also with that, you do have trailer monitoring for your blind spot. So if you have a trailer in there, you want to make sure you activate that box that says that you monitor your trailer, so that way it'll monitor the blind spot of your trailer as well as the vehicle. So if there's someone in your blind spot of your trailer, it's going to alert you and let you know that, just like it would if you didn't have a trailer there. So real nice in how that works all together right there. It does have the keyless entry, or intelligent access I should say, with keyless entry. So you can use the remote to unlock and lock it. You can just use your hands. You just walk up, put your hands in a door handle, it's going to unlock, as you can see, puts the mirrors, folds them out. You can get in and out that way. Now you can set it in your settings screen to unlock just the driver's door or all the doors, and that usually goes with your remote. As you can see there, I think with the intelligent access does unlock all the doors, but you can set that up in there in the settings screen and with your remote too. When you get out, just press the ridges. It's going to lock the vehicle up, fold those mirrors back into place, or back against the glass to protect them when you're parking in parking lots and that kind of thing. So love how that works. It does have intelligent access, or the keypad entry I should say, that kind of disappears and is visible, illuminates. So what's great about that and benefit of that is if you leave the keys inside the vehicle, you can lock it and get access into it using the keypad, or maybe you want to get into the vehicle and you forgot your keys, you just want to grab something out of the vehicle, you can use the keypad to get in and out too. If the kids know it, you can give them to the kids so they can get in the vehicle if you're talking or something with another adult and they need to get in the vehicle. Also, you can change this code and have your own set code. As long as you have the master code, you can do it through the screen in the Sync 3 screen. We'll get more information about that in just a little bit. Also, it does come with remote start. So it does, I already mentioned the keyless entry a couple times, so you do have an unlock, lock, and a remote start. So if you're in close enough proximity, you can use a remote start to start the vehicle. You'll know that it's a remote starter because it'll light up, put a little light above that, the unlock switch up there, and let you know at light green that the vehicle is running. If it's red, it's not running. So also, if you want to shut it off, press and hold that remote start button, and then it should flash red and let you know that the vehicle has been shut off. So that's how that works. A couple other buttons there we're going to talk about later. And the key is also inside there. So for some reason, let's say the vehicle dies, intelligent access is not going to work because it's powered with, of course, electricity. So if the battery's dead, it's not going to work, but you do have the key, so you can always get in there. Where are you going to be able to access that? You just pull this the handle back, and it'll give you access to the lock. So you just stick that key in there, and that's how you would unlock it. So real nice and easy to be able to do that, and that's where that's located. Talk about the accents around the vehicle real quick. Starting from the top and going down, you do have the roof rack side rails. They're going to be chrome accent up here. The crossbars are optional equipment. We'll talk more about that, included in one package, but that is not going to be standard equipment. You're going to have the side rails, chrome accent on those. Chrome accent on the belt line that goes clear across the outside there. Looks real sharp on the vehicle. Privacy glass in these back windows, the quarter windows, and the back glass. Keeps it cooler for those in the second and third row. Looks nice on the vehicle too. You do have body colored door handles, chrome accent in the middle of those. And then down here you do have the power deployable running boards. That's something when you go up from the XLT to the Limited. So power deployable boards, magnetic painted on the side, chrome accent on the top of that. So it's really great. You just open up the door, it's going to deploy them down so you can get in and out of the vehicle a little bit better. And then when you shut the door, it's going to power them up against the bottom. It helps protect them. There's a little gap there, but it will protect from most of the snow and stuff that you're going to be driving on to get collected on the top of those running boards like you might have with the side steps from the XLT trim there. So that's kind of nice. You can also, in the settings screen under the power running boards, you can set these running boards to stay out or stay up. So let's say you don't want to use the running boards, you know, it's not high that high, and it maybe just hit, you know, gets in the way. Maybe some people don't like that they deploy down, and while you're trying to get in, it might hit your shin or something. You can actually set in settings to go ahead and stay up all the time if you want to, or stay down all the time. So it's really up to your preference, or you can have it on the auto like it's set for right now. So I think I've covered about everything except for I want to cover the Easy Fuel capless filler door. It is standard equipment in all of your Expeditions. No cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty. There's a 2-door system in there, so you don't have to worry about, you know, anybody stealing your gas or anything. It has to be the correct size of the nozzle you get at the fuel tanks. In fact, a lot of your gas cans are not the correct size. That's why Ford gives you a funnel, so you can put it in there and open that up and be able to fill it up if you run out of gas. So Easy Fuel capless filler door, been around for years, and it's a nice convenience feature for you. Now as I move to the back, you are going to see the body colored rear spoiler up here. You can also see rear defrost and rear wiper. The black accent pieces over here kind of give it that floating roofline design or look to it. I mentioned already the chrome accent that goes clear across the back, even on the back of the tailgate back here. You do have LED tail lights, so as you're braking, the LEDs are so much brighter. They're also going to last longer too, so a real nice look to those. Chrome accent goes across here with your, if it's got a Max, it will have the Max wording back there on that chrome piece with the Expedition stamp in that chrome accent. You have rear view camera, so as you're backing up, you're going to be able to see behind you. Also reverse sensing on these body colored bumpers. So going forward as well as back, you're going to get alerted if you get too close to anything. So a nice reverse and front sensing system for this. Limited wording, of course the words back here, the letters I should say, on the back of the tailgate on the corner over here. Body colored bumpers, as I mentioned, down here you're going to see is going to be that magnetic look to it, or silver painted back here. Also the hitch cover here. You will have the trailer towing, so that way you're going to have your hitch receiver, the Class 4 receiver hitch, with the 4-pin and 7-pin wiring. Also comes with trailer sway control. So you're going to have that already come standard equipment with all your Expeditions back here. Real good look to it. Now you will have your power lift gate. So on that remote, one of those switches was if you hit it twice, the power lift gate would open up. So if you want to do that as you're approaching the vehicle, you can do that. Or you can leave the key fob in your pocket, works just like intelligent access, and use your foot. So foot activated, hands-free lift gate. So just give it a kick. I always say go ahead where that hitch receiver cover is, right where that goes, either left or right. So the hitch doesn't get in the way if you just give it a kick to the one side or another. Sometimes in the middle, it doesn't always work. In this case it does, but usually if you go anywhere within that, you're going to be good to be able to open it. And as you can see, you can do that to shut the lift gate too. So we'll just do it again and demonstrate just how easy. 3 times we did it, worked perfectly each time there. Now this lift gate does adjust. You can adjust where it stops. You can see it didn't stop all the way to the top. So if you're shorter and you want to be able to hit this button, you can bring it down, press and hold this, and it will stop it right there the next time. Or if you're taller, you want it all the way, then you can go up there, press and hold that button. It's going to chime. There you go. And so that way the next time you open it up, it's going to stop all the way at the top up here. Now this is the max length, so it is the bigger length. So I'm going to try to give you some clips. In fact, we're going to bring in some others from some of these other packages, and I'll try to get some clips from those vehicles to show you the difference between what the regular length is going to look like and the max length. As you can see, more room in the cargo area than the regular length, and also the cargo management system underneath here is going to be different for each of those two. So you're seeing the max length. So if you regular length, if you just open this up, you would see something similar to what you're seeing with this here, and your jack would actually be turned and go this way and take up about half of that cargo area, and then the left half would be for the storage in there. This being the max length, you can actually flip that all the way up, and you're going to get an extra section of storage back there, and then the jack goes up and goes with the vehicle instead of across and you'll see the funnels over there with the jack. If in case you've run out of gas, that's where that's going to be located. Also cargo netting too. So cargo netting, what's great about that is you can flip these down over here. There's 2 different spots there. You flip those down, use the loops, put the cargo netting back there, put all the smaller items in there you don't want to roll around in the cargo area, and it will keep them from rolling around. You can always store it here when you're not using it, and keep in mind too, you can always use these areas down in here to put jumper cables, blankets, the things that you normally want in there, but they don't have to take up your cargo room, so you can do that too with that. Now there is a cargo manager package, we're going to talk about that later, that gives you a kind of like a shelf type system. And we'll talk more about what that's going to look like. We do actually have a vehicle in stock that has that package on there, so we'll enjoy it, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit more. You're going to also see the switches over here on the left. It does have the power fold 3rd row seat. I'm going to actually put these headrests up. They were down, so just kind of demonstrate this. But what's great about this is because of the rear independent suspension, not only going to get a great ride, but you're going to also get a fold flat seat without having to pull the seat out like you do in some other vehicles. So that's a nice capability, giving you a flat load level in here. So let me demonstrate this. You can either pick the left, right, or both. So it's the left side buttons that we're looking at. We're going to do both. So just press it and release, and it's going to do the rest. And then even going to go ahead and lower the headrest. As you can see right there, lowers the headrest, and then you lay it flat into the floor and giving you a flat load level in there. What about the 2nd row seats? You can see there's switches up there for those too. So if those are up, you can go ahead and hit those buttons. So I'm going to hit the left. So you press that. Actually, I think it was turned off. So if I unlock it, it should work now. So just lower that, the middle seat, and the right seat. So it lowers those down there for you. This is the max length, so you can fit a whole sheet of plywood in here. 8 feet in length that is, so it's about 8 feet from the back right here to the front of those seats. And I actually have tested it. Actually goes to the console. It will fit in there. So great system and how that works. I might even include the picture from my Expedition so you can kind of see all the storage you have for that. Now the 3rd row seats will fold back up, so you just press that button again, it'll fold them back up. 2nd row does not power fold back up, it only power folds down. So you would have to go ahead around the outside and put those seats up when you need to do that, but that's power release for the 2nd row, and the headrest will not go back into place. You'll have to manually put those back into place just like that right there. But there's also a cargo or a power point back here, as well as a cargo light, so you can see inside when you're loading it up. But lots of flexibility back here in the Expedition. Love the rear independent suspension, not only for a great ride, but for that fold flat 3rd row seat. And when you move to the interior, you do have 2 different color interiors that's available for you. You do have your ebony interior, like you're seeing with this particular vehicle, where everything inside is going to be ebony or black interior. All parts of the dash, your seats, your flooring, even the headliner are going to be ebony interior or ebony color there for you. Now you do also have the medium stone interior. That gives you that option for that tan. So your seats are going to be tan, as well as different parts of the vehicle. I'm giving you a clip from Ford's website so you can see what those are going to look like if you decide to go with the medium stone interior. And I'm sure we're going to bring a vehicle in here in just a little bit, and one of those probably will have the medium stone interior, so you can kind of get a good idea between the look of those 2 there. Whether you go with the ebony or your medium stone interior, you're going to have the dark wood grain finish on the door inserts here, so it looks real sharp on it, as well as on the media hub and your console area right here too. So real nice look to that, giving you a nice dedicated trim for your limited trim there. Also, you do have leather seats for these. So leather seating surfaces, so upgraded from the XLT, which gets ActiveX, which is a partial leather, full leather seats for your limited edition in here. Driver and front passenger will get heated and ventilated seats. Ventilated means it's going to actually pull the air through the seat, cooling it off, instead of trying to cool the seat off with any kind of motor there. So that makes it a little bit easier, quieter too, in the vehicle. Dual power seats for the driver and front passenger. It's a 10-way, including a power lumbar. Also controls the backrest as well as the seat cushion, not only forward and back, but also up and down too. So you can get that just right for either one of these 2 people in the front seat up here. Also in the back seat, you're going to have a 40-20-40 split bench seat, Heated seat for those on the outside over there, so that is going to be the standard seating configuration. We'll get into optional seating configuration for the second row when we get to optional equipment. That middle seat will have a slide, so you can actually, there's a lever under there, you can slide that forward towards the console, so that way, especially if you have an infant that you want to get to easier, put them in the middle seat back there and you can be able to slide it forward so you can reach them on those long drives. The two outside seats not only get heated seats, but you do have tip and slide. So you just pull that lever up on the back of that seat. Pull that lever, it's going to release the seat from the back hinges, and there's a hinge on the front. It's going to kind of tilt up and it's going to slide forward. What's benefit of that is that you can get to the back row even if you have a car seat in there. So you can leave that car seat buckled into one side and kids can still get in. So if you want that car seat over there on the passenger side and you want them to get in from that side, they're able to do that. You do not have to unbuckle the car seat to allow them in, because especially, well, if it's a front facing, I should say. Rear facing is a different situation there, but once you get those kids in the front facing car seats, you wouldn't have to release those and take the car seats out. It'll just tip and slide forward. So really nice convenience there. On the back of the console, you're going to see 2 USB ports, a power point, as well as a 110 outlet. 4 different ways to be able to power different devices, or 3 different ways, 4 different outlets there for you to power different devices. You also see the climate control switches back there too, so those in the rear seat can control it back there as long as the driver and front passenger is giving them the controls there. Correction, behind the console, when you go from the XLT to the limited trim, you lose the power point, but you gain the 110 outlet. So you'll see a 110 outlet back there and 2 USB ports. Also third row seat. Third row seat is a 60-40 split bench seat. We already kind of talked about how it power folds down. Also, it does have power recline. So there's switches on both the left and the right of the seats over there. So those in those seats can recline that seat back if they want to, or bring it forward. So real nice and how that works. Also, there's a USB port on both sides. So 2 USB ports for those back there, so they can power devices back there. 6 USB ports throughout the vehicle. So real nice ways to be able to power different phones and devices while you're driving down the road. So also the headrest. Headrests do have a power recline. We did see how they flip down when you put the seats down, but there is a control up here for the driver. So right up here, just above the headlights, that left switch there will lower those down. You'll notice they are a little big back there, so they are a little long. So if you need to be able to see in the back seat, or if you just want to hit the kids in the back if they're yelling, you can just hit that little button and it's going to go ahead and fold those seats down. So just kidding about that, of course. But that is a nice convenience, especially if you need to see back through the back there, you know, to lower those headrests down without having to have anyone seated back there to lower those down. Here on the door, you do have your power windows, locks, mirror switches, including auto one touch for all 4 of the windows. So you just press it, hold it. You don't have to keep holding it. You just press it down all the way, and it's going to lower those windows down automatically. Also, you do have driver memory for 3 different drivers, and of course, power lock switches too. Driver memory will memorize 3 different drivers, and it'll memorize your seat position, your mirror position, as well as your power adjustable pedals, which you can control underneath your headlights. They'll go forward and back electronically. And the power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. There's a control on the left side over here. It goes up and down and forward and back electronically, so you can get it just right no matter what size driver, and then it's memorized along with your other driver seat memories. So that's a great feature to have. It does have leather wrapped heated steering wheel with the Euro style stitching, so it kind of does upgrade that steering wheel cover. They're a little different finish than you get with the XLT 202A equipment group with the Euro style stitching, and you get the heated seat and the heated steering wheel feature. So between the heated seat and the heated steering wheel, those are controlled and can be activated as part of your remote start settings too. So when you get in the vehicle, that steering wheel can be heated and warmed up, as well as your seat in the wintertime. On the steering wheel itself, you do have cruise control in the lower part on the left over here. Up there on the top, you do have a D-pad. That D-pad will control the 8-inch productivity screen you see on in between there in that instrument cluster there. What's great about that is you have controls for your off-road controls there. You do have your trailer towing controls in there, and it is the upgraded one. It's the same one you see on your F-150 Lariat, as well as you see it on the Super Duties too. So it's the same screen as you would see with those. In fact, there's a lot of similarities between this and your F-150 and Super Duty when you look at interior features. I believe the dash, a lot of the features on the vehicle, they are the same for all 3 models
I think a lot of people didn't realize that, but Expedition is really treated like a truck in that kind of a situation there. You also see on the right side of the steering wheel, you do have controls for your sync technologies, your Bluetooth technologies to be able to make and receive phone calls. You also do see your settings for your audio controls for pre-settings, as well as your volume control right there on the right side of the steering wheel. Push button start is located just to the right of the column there, so you can go ahead and of course don't forget to hit the brake and start the vehicle using the push button start without having to get the keys out of your pocket. Also the climate control, tri-zone climate control, so rear climate as well as dual zone for up here. Driver and front passenger does have the electronic automatic feature. So that way you can have it set for 2 different temperatures, no matter, depends on if that sun's coming in one side or another. You can have your own climate for the passenger versus the driver there, and you can see your heated and cooled buttons are right there too for your seats, and your rear climate controls and your heated steering wheel controls right there. For your audio control, B&O audio sound system with 12 speakers. So great audio sound system. So B&O is Bang & Olufsen is a great sounding audio system in here. You will get the Sync 3 system with the 8-inch touchscreen. So with that, you're going to get AM, FM, you're going to get Sirius XM satellite radio, MP3 capabilities, HD radio to go along with it. It's part of the B&O audio sound system. So real nice sound. Sync 3 is great. You can control your phone, your climate, and your audio with the touchscreen there, and that's where you're going to see your backup camera come into view when you put the vehicle in reverse. So that always works great right there. You will also do have the PowerPoint is going to be located just to the right of your audio controls right there too. Also up here, I didn't mention earlier, I talked about lane keeping system, but you do have to activate it by pressing the button right up here on the dash by your hazard. And then you do have your traction control. You can turn it off there, and there's your hill descent control for your 4x4s. It's going to be located up there too, right above that screen. I do have a little spot up here. You can put some little storage, and it does have a little grip pad up there too, so that won't slide around up there too. So you do have a little compartment in there to put things in. Auto dimming rear view mirror. It's going to dim that mirror if those cars want to come behind you with the bright lights, just like the one over here on the exterior mirror. Also, you do have on the overhead console here, you will have a sunglass bin that kicks down, as well as a conversation mirror. So you can pull that down. Makes it a little bit easier to see those in the second row seat, especially right behind you with this mirror. So they call it a convo mirror, conversation mirror, but really if you need to be able to talk to the kids back there and see what's going on, it really helps out right there, being able to flip that down. And then you're going to see the controls for your lights. And there's some other controls there we're going to talk about in just a little bit as part of the 301A equipment group. On the visor, you do have garage door openers for 3 different garage doors, universal garage door opener, so you can program those so you don't have to have that garage door on the visor there. When you flip it down, it falls down your lap. You know what I'm talking about there. So you can program those in so you don't have to worry about that. You can go ahead and just stow that in there just in case they don't seem to work. But I've had really good luck with these, and real easy to set those up there too. Instructions will be in your owner's manual right there. And then I think also I want to talk about the console here next. This up here is called the media hub. So you just slide this door open, and then you're going to have a USB port in here as well as a USB Type-C in there too. So USB Type-C, a lot of your Android phones anymore are coming that way. A lot of computers are plugging in using the USB Type-C. It does actually transfer data and charges your phone much faster than a USB port will. So if you do have USB Type-C, use that to plug in to the phone, and your phone will charge so much faster. Also, if you use the USB port, you can use the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. That's going to be standard equipment. Anytime you see a Sync 3 screen, you're going to get those features. The Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is going to come with that system there too. You also see in there's a wireless charging pad. So if you have a wireless charging phone, you can put it in there. It will charge your phone a little slower than what your USB Type-C or USB will be, but it will charge it up and keep it running while you just have it tucked in there. And with being connected by Bluetooth, you can still make and receive phone calls and not have to get your phone out. So real nice media hub area down there. Here you're going to see your rotary dial shifter, as well as your select shift buttons we already talked about, and your drive modes right back there. And then this other button back here is to deactivate your park assist, or your reverse sensing system, sorry. So when you backing up to trailers, that's where you may want to deactivate that so it doesn't keep alerting you as you get closer and closer to the trailers. And then this other one is a cover for your cup holders. So just open that up. You're going to see your cup holders. In there you'll see it does have ambient lighting. Ambient lighting lights up your cup holders, the footwells and your door handles. You can change those colors too. Some of the vehicles you have to keep the ice blue, but in Expedition you actually can change the colors that you get for the different lightings there, and you can control that in your settings screen up here. Correction on the ambient lighting. The ambient lighting, it does light up the cup holder, footwell, and the door handles. It's going to be ice blue. You can change the brightness and how bright that blue is, and you can lower that ambient lighting down. It is always going to be ice blue. Do not have options for other colors like you do with some of your cars and other SUVs. For the glove box, you do have your regular glove box down here. With the glove box, you do have a tray up here. That's usually where most dealers will put the owner's manual right there. And then you do have another one. You just flip that button and it opens up. It's just a small one in there, but you can keep small papers in there that are easy to get to, or maybe the passenger wants to put some things in there. They can do that, and it's right there and real easy to get to, and just flips open for you there. Also, last thing I want to talk about is the Ford Pass Connect. Ford Pass Connect is also a great way for you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. So you download the app, you've registered your vehicle, you confirm it by being in the vehicle with the vehicle turned on so that it knows you're the owner, and then you can be able to remote start the vehicle from anywhere using the app. You can unlock and lock the vehicle from anywhere using the app. You can also schedule remote start times through that app, so I love how that feature works. And you can even locate your vehicle using the app. So those are some of the quick services, but there's a lot of other things you can do too through the app. You can also see the maintenance of your vehicle. You can see your tire pressure. You can see your fuel that you have in the vehicle. You can also schedule service through the app. So some great features. Definitely download the app. I use mine a lot.
Now I want to cover the 301A equipment group. Very popular equipment group. We order on a lot of our limiteds. In fact, we very rarely order just the 300. It's going to include the Copilot 360 Assist Plus. So what's great about this is the Copilot 360 Assist is going to include two features. One of them being your adaptive cruise control. Don't know if you did see the controls there earlier. There's a plus or an up and down arrow. That is for the gap for your adaptive cruise. So if you come up behind someone, they're going slower than you, it's going to slow you down to go their speed. Until you pass them, you'll resume and speed back up. Also includes stop and go traffic. So you don't have to hit your brake. It'll bring you to complete stop if the vehicle in front of you is stopped and you're behind them. So real nice adaptive cruise control. You can adjust that gap with those arrows on the steering wheel. Also, voice-activated navigation system is part of the Copilot 360 Assist. Gives you the pinch and zoom capabilities, the Sirius XM traffic and traveling, and the on-screen navigation that so many people like. That's a great feature to have. Now, adaptive cruise is not an option that's even available anymore on the XLT trim like it was in 2018. So for 2020, you have to step up to the limited to get that adaptive cruise control. Also, you get the Panoramic Vista roof with this equipment group. So it does have the power sunshade that opens up. Will stop halfway if there's no one in the back seat, or you can open it on up if those in the back want to enjoy the moonroof too. And then the front glass will power open too if you hit the switches there in the middle. So great having the Panoramic Vista roof is part of this equipment group. It is included in the 301A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about the 302A equipment group. You get on that equipment group, you're going to get everything we already talked about as part of the 301A equipment group, plus these extra features. First one you're going to see is the 22-inch machine alloy wheel with the magnetic painted pockets. So upgrades it from a 20 to a 22. And anytime you see the Ford product that has a 22-inch wheels, you're going to get the continuously controlled dampening suspension. So that's going to give you a smooth ride. It's going to really help with any imperfections in the road, constantly controlling the suspension system to give you a better ride. So you always see that in anything that has a 22-inch wheels. You're going to see that whether it be in Lincoln Navigator, whether it be some of the other vehicles that have the bigger wheels. You're going to get that with this vehicle too. So real nice upgraded wheel that you're going to get with this vehicle. Also, you're going to get the 360-degree camera. So now you're going to have a camera underneath the front emblem up there. You're going to have a camera under each of one of the exterior mirrors over here, as well as the one we already know about in the rear of the vehicle, to be able to see completely around the vehicle in a split screen view. So as you look on that monitor, as you're backing up, now you're going to see the front or backup camera on the left side, and on the right side completely around the vehicle. Makes it a lot easier parking into those parking spaces, backing up into garages, different things like that. Being able to see completely around the vehicle. Hit the camera button once and you're going to get that traditional backup camera that we've already seen earlier as standard equipment, or if you're in drive or park, you're going to see that front camera. So love the 360-degree camera. Also comes with washers on those too to keep those clean, so you're going to be able to see the camera's going to be able to work every time. You're also going to get the enhanced active park assist with this system. So Enhanced Active Park Assist is the second generation park assist. In fact, I did a video a while back now on the Edge when it first came out, because it takes care of all the steering while you control the gas and the brake for parallel parking, reverse perpendicular parking, as well as park out of the vehicle. So it comes in real handy with a big vehicle like this, trying to find those tight parking spaces. It controls all the steering, even helps you find those parking spots, whether it be even on the left side of the road on those one-way streets, of course, or the traditional right side of the road, and then takes care of everything for you. You control the gas, the brake, and the shifting from drive, reverse, and such like that. So great system that's included as part of this package. Also, you can get the LED headlights and LED fog lights. So upgrades from the halogen for both of those to LEDs. So full LEDs now on the front, as well as the LED taillights that we get as standard equipment on the vehicle, giving you the full LEDs around the vehicle. So pretty good equipment group. Again, this is an upgrade from the 301A, so you also get the Co-Pilot 360 Assist and the twin panel moonroof to go along with the features we just talked about. Now we're going to talk about the 303A equipment group, and really this is the Stealth Edition package is what it is, but they put it in its own equipment group. So what's great about this one is it takes everything we've already talked about as part of that 302A equipment group into 301. You get all those features on top of some different accents around the vehicle and on the inside that really give it that stealth look here. Now we're going to start here on the front. You're going to see up here on the hood, you're going to get that black Expedition on the hood up here, so black lettering on the hood, also the grille. These three bars in here in the middle are going to be a high gloss black finish, as well as the secondary bars inside are going to be a high gloss black finish too. You're still going to get the chrome on the top and the bottom, but you get the black in the middle there. Also, you're going to get the LED headlights and fog lights like you do with the 302A equipment group, but now you're going to get black housing to go along with that to give it that really dark sport look on those headlights. And the bezels around here will be black down there too, so you're going to get that look here on the front. Also, you'll notice body colored bumpers. In this case, this is black. Down here, this will be black down there. No matter what color or vehicle you have, whether it be a black like we see at this one, or any other color, this part down here will be at that high gloss black finish on the front. As we move around to the side, you're going to see some black accents over here. Again, keep in mind this is a black vehicle, so it's going to really match up with this one, but I'm going to point them out and maybe even show you some clips from Ford's website so you can kind of see the difference what it look like on a different color vehicle. Now the wheel is going to be a 22-inch high gloss black alloy wheel, so great looking wheel. Again, 22-inch means you're going to get the continuously controlled dampening suspension with this wheel, just like you would with the 302A equipment group. Mirror caps, they're going to be a high gloss black finish on the mirror caps regardless of what color exterior you have, as well as the running boards. The running boards will be a high gloss finish on the side of those. So where that chrome and magnetic was on the standard equipment and even on the 301 and 302A, on this package or this equipment group, you're going to get the high gloss black finish on the running boards, again regardless of what color the exterior is. Body color door handles, including the inserts on the side. So earlier we did see the chrome of standard equipment. This would be the only situation where they're going to be body colored instead, like you would see on your XLT trim. Roof rack side rails, again, like the XLT, will be a molded in black roof rack rails up here that really just kind of goes along with a theme of giving you the Stealth Edition package. So you can see a couple different black accents, mirror caps, as well as the side of your running boards, and your wheels will always be black regardless of what color your vehicle is. Now as we move back here, a couple high gloss black finish accents to the back of this. So regardless of what color your exterior is, you're going to get this, the applique back here is going to be a high gloss black finish. If you do have the Max, your lettering will be on the high gloss finish, just like the limited lettering here on the back of the lift gate. So that's going to be also high gloss finish. This lower skid plate and rear cover back here for the hitch is going to be that black as well. So right now I want to give you a clip off of a vehicle with a different color off of Ford's website so you can see the impact those two black accents are going to have if you have a different color other than a black exterior color. So again, on the black, it looks gorgeous. It kind of makes everything kind of blend together real nicely. But I want to kind of point out, so if you get a different color, you're aware that the applique and the rear section down here, as well as your lettering, will always be that ebony finish or that high gloss black finish.
Interior is not left out here. So inside, the only color interior you're able to get with this is your ebony interior. Kind of makes sense with the Stealth Edition package here. It's going to give you the black interior, black seats. You're going to see some red stitching on several places throughout the vehicle. You're going to see it on the doors over here. You're going to see it across the dash in several spots across the covers on the dash. The leather wrap steering wheel is going to have the red stitching too. Even on the console cover, you're going to get that, and here on the the instrument panel here, the console cover itself. So real nice leather cover too with the red stitching. You're going to also see the trim is going to be unique too. You're going to get the carbon fiber finish to it. You're going to see that in the door inserts as well as on the console here, including your media hub and the door opening for your cup holder. So real nice finish. Also, you're going to get the floor mats will be dedicated too. We don't usually take those out of the package, but you're going to get red stitching on those and special floor mats to go along with this package.
Now we've talked about all the different equipment groups, the 300, which is your standard equipment, your 301, 302, and that 303, which is your Stealth Edition package. Now we're going to talk about some other different packages and incorporate several features within those packages. First one I want to talk about is the the Special Edition package, and the reason I bring it up first is because the Special Edition package is really a 302A with a couple different extra features within that package. So again, this package is available on the 301A, but includes 3 features as part of the 302A equipment group. So you are going to get the 360-degree camera we've already talked about as part of that equipment group, the Enhanced Active Park Assist, again, that helps you parallel park the vehicle, reverse perpendicular park the vehicle, as well as it's going to give you the LED headlights and LED fog lights. Just like in the 302A equipment group. The big difference in this one is it's going to get a different wheel than the 302A. So it's going to get the wheel from the Stealth Edition package. So you're going to get the 22-inch premium black alloy wheels with the continuously controlled dampening suspension. So that's the big difference. Plus it also gets 2 packages on top of that with this package. You get the cargo package and you get the heavy duty trailer tow package as part of the Special Edition package. And we're going to talk about those 2 packages next. I want to talk about the heavy duty trailer tow package. Now this package is available as optional equipment for the 300A, the 301A, or the 302A equipment group, and is included in the Special Edition package, which is optional on the 301A, and is also included in the convenience package that you would have to order on the 303A equipment group. So hopefully that is a little confusing in the order guide, but for you to be able to get it on those different equipment groups, that's how you would get those equipped. So let's talk about the 5 features included in this package. First one is a heavy duty engine radiator. So a heavy duty radiator, so that way it'll handle even more, cooling it, keeping that EcoBoost cooled off so you can tow even more weight. Also going to get the 373 electric limited slip differential. That really helps out when you're pulling that trailer, pulling out, especially if you're pulling it out of like, a boat, out of off the boat ramp and such like that. So that way it doesn't give as much slippage. So that way it'll really help out. Also going to get the 2-speed 4-wheel drive system. So now you're going to see, instead of just that 4 low or the 4 high and your 4 auto, now you're going to see a 4 low too. So, and it's going to give you the neutral tow capability. So if you want to pull it behind a motorhome, you have that capabilities with the 2-wheel drive 4-wheel drive system, or the 2-speed 4-wheel drive system. Also, you're going to get the integrated trailer brake controller, so that helps out, really saves out, so you can help brake the trailer. So that way, if you have that, it's set up to go, so that way you can save your brakes, especially in those hilly areas, mountains, and that kind of thing. Also, you do have the Pro Trailer Backup Assist. So love that. It's that dial there, so you just use that dial to control the steering of the trailer and with your backup camera. So a lot of people like that. We've been seeing that, of course, in the F-150. A lot of people will get that and want to order that on their vehicle. So 5 great features. Again, I told you it's optional equipment on the 300A, 301, 302A equipment group, included in the convenience package as well as the Special Edition package. Now we're going to talk about the cargo package. Cargo package is optional equipment on the 300, 301A, or 302A equipment group, and is included in 2 other packages. It is included in the Special Edition package, which is available on the 301A equipment group, as well as part of the convenience package as part of the 303A equipment group. So first thing you're going to get are the crossbars on the top. So you have the roof rack rails, the standard equipment. Now you're going to get the crossbars that are going to help you manage any suitcases, luggage, that kind of stuff on the top if you have a big family going on a long trip. And then you're going to get the Advanced Cargo Manager. Basically, whether you have the max length or the regular length, you're going to get this Cargo Manager, giving you this divider up here that we've seen in the past. You know, Expedition before, several editions ago, that was only available on your max length. It is available on the shorter length too. So you're going to use these little things that come out here, little hooks, you should say, that come out from the side. So you want to bring those out. If you pull this up from the back, it creates a little compartment here where you can put this up here, and then things can't roll out. So if you want to manage your cargo that way, so that way, you know, especially bags and such that are on top of other bags, they won't fall out or roll out. Or if you have footballs, basketballs, that kind of stuff, you can put the shelf up there so that way they won't roll out. Now if you go ahead and lay that down and instead pull it up from the top, right? Actually, you pull it up this way and then push it up. It kind of swivels like that. Then you put it on the second spots there, and you put it into place. And now you have kind of a shelf right here. And what's great about that is you can manage your cargo, especially if you have some bags down here, you don't want to crush them. If you really want to load it up, you can do that with this shelving type system here, putting in some luggage down there, putting other things, kind of a tier it up for you. Use the lift glass, which I didn't show you earlier, that pops separate from the lift gate. Let me go ahead and demonstrate that for you real quick while we're at it. Didn't demonstrate it earlier as standard equipment, but this glass does pop separate from the lift gate just by pressing the button over here. Oh, it's right over here, just to the right of the rear view camera. So pop that, and then that way you can get some of the stuff on the top up here if you're really loading that up. So put the bags that you don't want to get up there, you can put them on top of that shelf right there. So that's another way to be able to manage your cargo with that shelving system. So Advanced Cargo Manager, as well as the roof rack crossbars, are part of the cargo package. Now we're going to talk about the FX4 Off Road Package. Now this package is available on the 301A equipment group, but not available with the special edition package. Also does require to get 4x4 to get this package. This allows you to go off-road. I don't have one in stock, so I'm going to give you some clips from Ford's website so you have a good idea what it's going to visually look like on the outside as I cover some of these components. Now what it's going to do is going to upgrade your radiator. Heavy duty engine radiator like we did see in the heavy duty trailer tow package. Also, just like in that package, you're going to get the 373 electric limited slip differential and the 2-speed 4-wheel drive system. So all three of those from that package are included in here. So it should give you the same towing capabilities as the heavy duty trailer tow package would get. Also, you're going to get the off-road tuned shocks. So upgrade those shocks for you being able to go off-road with the vehicle. You're also going to get skid plates underneath, and you're going to get a fuel tank underbody protection. So it really protects it. So if you're taking the Expedition off-road, it's going to help with that and protect underneath the vehicle. So all those great features that go along with that. Also upgrade it's going to give you some different wheels. So 18-inch wheels. So a different wheel than we'd see. Most of the ones on Unlimited will be a 20-inch or a 22. This would be the only situation where it's going to be an 18. Because you're going to get an all-terrain tire, you want more sidewall if you're going to go off-road for any of that. So that's why you typically see a 17 or 18 on anything that goes off-road for that reason right there. So that's going to be the differences for the wheel and the tire combination. Also, you're going to get running boards instead of power boards. So it'll be the only situation where on the Limited you wouldn't see the power boards is with the FX4 Off-Road Package. So it's going to get an angular side step instead on the side of your power boards, and it would change that out just a little bit there. You will get an FX4 fender badge, so that'll go on the side so people know you have an FX4 Off-Road edition there, and you're going to get the floor liners inside too. They assume you want to go off-road, so they're going to put that in there so that way if you get any mud or anything on your feet when you go off-roading, you're going to be protected and protect the floor liners that way. So you're going to have the all-weather floor liners too. So pretty good package. Also does include the 360-degree camera. So you have the camera on the front, underneath the mirrors in the back, so you can see completely around you. Really comes in handy when you're going off-road, especially if you go completely off the grid and off the road and go off the trails and such. Your 360-degree camera could come in real handy, being able to turn around in tight situations and such. So a real nice package that's included in this. Again, should give you the same towing as your heavy-duty trailer tow package, would not include that Pro Trailer Backup Assist or the integrated trailer brake controller. Now, real quickly, I want to talk about the convenience package. Convenience package is available as optional equipment on that 303A equipment group, that Stealth Edition package, and the other features included in that equipment group. And it includes a couple different packages that we've already talked about. One of the packages included in the convenience package is the heavy duty trailer tow package, giving you those 5 features we already talked about in that package. If you missed those, go back to the timestamp for the heavy duty trailer tow package where I covered that. Also, it gives you the cargo package too. So 2 packages included in this package alone, and the cargo package, of course, gives you the roof rack crossbars as well as the cargo manager in the back. Also, the other features included within this, plus those 2 packages, is going to be the rear inflatable seat belts. So that protects those occupants in the outside seats for the second row, deploying those airbags in the seat belts to protect them from any kind of collision right there. So those are the features that are included in the convenience package, and again, available as optional equipment on the 303A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about some standalone options, and as we go through these, I'll tell you what equipment groups are available on. Some are available on any of your equipment groups, but we'll go through them as we talk about them. 5 exterior features and 5 interior features. Makes it real easy. So here on the front, you're going to see the front license plate bracket is standard equipment on states that require front tag, but Kansas, which does not require front tag, it's going to be optional equipment. Don't worry, it's a no-charge option, so you can get it on the vehicle. If you do order it from the factory, then the dealer will put it on at no cost to you to install it, but if you do get it afterwards, after you get the vehicle, you would probably have to pay to get the license plate bracket as well as to put it on, unless you want to put it on yourself. The engine block heater, also available on any of your equipment groups. Engine block heater, especially if you live in a cold weather state up north, it might be a good thing for you to think about getting, especially if you leave your vehicle outside, so that way it starts up a little bit easier in the morning and keeps your engine warm overnight when you plug it into your house. LED headlights and fog lights are available as optional equipment on the 300A or 301A equipment group. So we know it's included as part of that 302A equipment group, but now you can get it as optional equipment on the 300 or 301A equipment group, and those are also included in your special edition package. The enhanced active park assist, that's also included in the 302A equipment group, but is available on the 301A equipment group. So if you have that equipment group, you can get the enhanced active park assist. Will help you parallel park of the vehicle, reverse perpendicular park, as well as park out the vehicle. So that is also available as optional equipment. And the last one I want to talk about on the outside is the rear cargo area. So rear cargo mat is also available on any of your equipment groups. It's reversible, so you can turn it over, all weather on one side, carpet on the other, and can go back there and protect the cargo area, especially if you like to put things back in the back cargo area. That cargo mat might be a good thing for you to add to your vehicle. Let's talk about some interior features now. 5 interior features. One of them is the Panoramic Vista roof, included in the 301A equipment group, but is available on the 300A equipment group. So give you the power sunshade and the power glass for that Panoramic Vista roof. Also, this part of the 301A equipment group is available on the 300A equipment group, is the navigation system with the pinch and zoom capabilities and the Sirius XM traffic and travel link. Those 2 features are available standalone options on the 300A. The adaptive cruise control, which is also included in 301A, is not available any other way other than getting that equipment group. Talk about second row seating for a second. Bucket seats are available as optional equipment on any of your equipment groups, 300 on up through the 303A equipment group, so you can get the bucket seats instead of the bench seat, still get the heated seat on the outside as well as the tip and slide capabilities for those seats. Rear inflatable seat belts. We did talk about those as available as part of that convenience package, but they also are available on any of your equipment groups too. So if you want to get that for those kids back there to protect them from any of those collisions, deploying the airbag on the seat belts, that's also available, of course, any of your equipment groups. So they want to make that, that's a safety feature, so they kind of want to make that available for any of the equipment groups. Also, you do have the floor liners. Floor liners also can go in there, available on any of your equipment groups. They are included in the FX4 Off Road Package, but also available for you if you want to get the floor liners. Still get the carpeted mats, but they'll also ship you the floor liners to go along with it. One last feature I want to talk about that is a standalone options, considered an accessory by Ford, but can be ordered, and I suggest ordered from the factory, but could be ordered afterwards if you want to, and that's a dual headrest rear entertainment system. So this is a pretty pricey package, or pretty pricey feature, but it is something that's available on any of your equipment groups, and gives you, it replaces the headrest, the front headrest, with the rear DVD headrest. It gives you the DVD systems, as well as it does have plugins for AV cables, as well as you can put, I think, even SD cards in there, USB ports, So you can plug in all kinds of gaming systems. If you put videos and different things on thumb drives or something like that, you can plug those in and watch them. They are separate, so they come with 2 sets of headphones that can play 2 different types of entertainment. So if you have some of the kids back there want to watch a movie, they can do that. You can have one of them working from that, and then if some of them want to play a game, they can use the other one for that. So real nice system, but I want to make sure I included that. That isn't more of an accessory feature than a standalone option from the factory, but I would suggest you order it from the factory. The dealer will install it anyway. It would usually be shipped ahead of time. When the vehicle gets there, the dealer would install it for you. So that's an accessories that ordered and is available on any of your equipment groups. I want to talk briefly about our free shipping information. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, we do free shipping on any of our vehicles to about anywhere in the United States for free. And the reason we're able to do that is that we do ask you finance a vehicle with us. We're very transparent about it. And we can ship within the 48 states. We're not allowed to go to, we can't really go to Alaska and Hawaii for free because that does cost us a little bit. But we don't want that cost to be incurred onto you. So if you do plan on financing a vehicle anyway, think about having it shipped right to your door from a dealership that knows their product and can get the vehicle ordered exactly the way you want it to, and they won't include, and they can ship it to you for free and not include or add that cost to there. So a lot of people are taking us up on that offer. We sell to about 40 different states every year. So several people are taking us up on that offer because we know that when you go to dealers out there, not all of your salespeople and sales staff are as knowledgeable as we are here at McArthur. We want to make sure you get the vehicle ordered the way you want it to, and we can ship it right to your door. So take advantage of that if you want to. Give us a call or send us a text messages down on the numbers down in the description as well as on the screen right now, and we can go ahead and take care of you. Coordinators that can answer any questions you might have that I've trained myself, so they'll know everything you need to and can get you any answers from me if they need to ask any questions. So I think you'll really be pleased on how this can work for you. So definitely take us up on that. Also, don't forget you can check out our website, lawmcarthur.com. Each one of our vehicles you can check for availability, schedule a test drive, you can see pictures, VR experience even. It's kind of a 360 view. You can spin the vehicle around and see what it looks like on all angles as well as inside the vehicle too, just like being inside it. So check that out on our website. You can also check out our great internet price that is also available with the free shipping. So you're still going to get that great internet price. A lot of times in expeditions are invoiced minus rebates. And I think you really like some of the things that we do there. So check that out too at your leisure. If you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So don't forget, we do a lot of fun things on this channel, these complete guides. So definitely check that out. You can also check out my own YouTube channel. I'm hashtag Ford Video Guy. On there you can see some of my vlogging that I do. I actually own an expedition, so if you're interested in some thoughts and things that I go into on that channel, check that out too. Subscribe to that channel. I'd really appreciate it. And kind of a fun little side thing, give you my impressions on some of the Ford products that I own, because I do own a Ford Expedition, F-150. Also, my daughter owns an Escape, as well as we have a Fusion. So we know quite a bit of the Ford. We are a Ford family, and we can give you some insights on that channel. So check that out and subscribe to that channel. Also, if you want to follow us on social media, you can find us at Law McArthur on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. So whatever you're looking at, if you want to get news, updates of what's going on with Ford, as well as what's going on here at the dealership and any specials that we might have going on, follow us on any of our social media sites. And as always, go ahead and smash that like button. Let other people know it's a great video they need to watch. I'd appreciate it. Share and spread that love, as well as give me your comments down below. Any questions you might have, any thoughts you might have, go ahead and drop those down in the comments. I do read those myself and respond to those myself, so I really appreciate any feedback I can get from you. And any questions you might have, I definitely want to answer those for you, whether you purchase from us or from another dealership. I want to make sure you're getting taken care of and get all the information that you need to make the best informed decision. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. Till the next one, we'll see you later.